Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Channel 7 News at 5. I'm your host, Bryan Tunis.
And I'm your host, Chekaluk. And welcome to a special edition of Channel 7 News, where we will take a look at all the major events that took place in this lovely year of 1940.
First up, we have the second annual Pro Bowl. The Green Bay Packers went on to defeat the NFL All-Stars 16-7.
Green Bay was the only team to score in the first half with a field goal in the first and second quarter, along with a touchdown in the second quarter.
However, the NFL All-Stars were not defeated just quite yet. They managed to score a touchdown in the third quarter and even kept the Packers scoreless.
The final nail in the coffin was hammered when the Packers kicked the last field goal in the fourth quarter, making Curly Lambeau, head coach of the Green Bay Packers, the 1940 Pro Bowl champion.
The game was held at Gilmore Stadium, Los Angeles, California, and it said more than 18,000 people attended.
Man, what a game. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of that highlights from the game in this year's Top 10.
Now we're going to Joey with the weather.
Thanks, guys. I'm here in Collegeville, Minnesota. They have received 27 inches of snow from the 2-day blizzard that struck the Midwest from November to 10th to November 12th. This blizzard caused 154 deaths in total and almost 2.2 million in damages. Oh my gosh. Weather experts are calling this the epidemic Armistice Doi blizzard, more scientifically known as the extratropical cyclone. And as you can see, the snow is just about to melt, and hopefully it will be gone soon. I'm Joey Ryder, and reporting from Collegeville, Minnesota, Channel 7 News, back to you, Tunis.
Thank you for that lovely weather report, Joey. Gee, it must be cold out there.
Alright, our next story comes from Bernardino, California, where the first ever McDonald's restaurant was opened on May 15th.
You know, Austin, I actually got a chance to visit Bernardino, California, and in August gave this new franchise a try.
Really? How was it?
Well, to keep it short, the Big Mac, as they call it, along with those fresh, tasty fries, sent my taste buds on a journey they still haven't returned from.
I might have to go stop there sometime.
No need. I brought lunch today.
No way! Well, I guess we might have to go to commercial so we could go have our lunch.
Quality. It's what separates the men from the boys, the women from the girls, and our gloves from the rest. Heavyweight champion of the world, Joe Louis, uses our gloves, and so should you. How do you think he is heavyweight champion? With our gloves, of course. Main title gloves, only $9.99. Become a champion.
Gee, that McDonald's sure was good, and I am sure loving it. Kobe. Sorry to interrupt your commercial break, but this just in coming from Britain. Winston Churchill, former First Lord of Admiralty, has now been appointed British Prime Minister on today, May 10th.
He succeeded former Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain. Rumors say Chamberlain lost a confidence vote in the House of Commons.
Some say Chamberlain started to lose popularity after British forces failed to prevent the German occupation of Norway.
Churchill, who is known for his military leadership ability, stated to his people, "I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat," as he outlined his bold plans for British resistance.
We later got to interview Nazi Germany's supreme leader, Adolf Hitler. Let's take a look at that interview.
Zack Turnbough here with a very special guest today, Adolf Hitler, the supreme leader of the Nazi Germany.
Hello. How you doing?
How are you? So, how was your flight over? Thank you so much for joining us today.
It was long, and forgive me, but I'm a bit jet-lagged. Thank you for having me, Zack. I'm a huge fan.
So I gotta ask, what were your plans for Germany before the war?
Well, you see, Zach, I was just having a little bit of fun taking over countries and stuff, and then France and Britain have to be potty poopers, but hey, just give me motivation.
So now that you seem to be winning the war, what do you plan to do?
Well, I'd have to give it some time, but I hope to eventually take over the world. By the way, shout out to my boy Benito Mussolini from Italy.
Well, how do you plan on defeating Britain?
I'm not really too concerned about Britain because eventually we will break through just like we did with France. And I heard news about Winston Churchill. Congratulations to him.
Well, we have a question from Billy from Rhode Island. What do you do in your spare time?
Besides taking over countries, I like to donate my time to the local puppy shelters in Berlin.
Well, you heard it here from Channel 7 News. Thank you to Adolf Hitler for joining us on the special edition newscast. Back to you.
Guys, we're on live.
Well, what an interesting guy. I'd love to meet him one day.
Well, I'm sure you all have heard of the Olympics sadly being canceled this year due to the war.
The Olympics. Did you know that they were scheduled to be held at Tokyo, Japan on September 21st to October 6th?
I did not know that, Austin. It's a shame that the Olympics were canceled, but what can you do?
Alright. Well, that just about does it.
Wait, Austin. We forgot we have the 1940s top 10 sports plays. Check it out. You are watching Channel 7 News Top 10 with your host, Steve Cantleberry.
Woo! You're watching Channel 7 News Top 10. I'm your host, Steve Canterbury. There have been many spectacular plays over the year, but we've managed to get it down to the best 10. Why don't we take a look?
And at number 10 is Sam Snead hitting a hole-in-one on par 4. Coming in at number 9 is Eric Boone with a knockout in the 8th round.
Knocks out round 8. Slow motion replay.
Coming in at the number 8 spot is John Dix from Oregon University with this crazy dunk. He goes up, and the finish, he slams him down like a pound of Aussie fries. Let's take a look at this instant replay in slow motion. Get out from another angle.
Coming in at number 7 is Harry Danning from the New York Giants with a walk-off home run.
Dinger! Oh! Dinger!
Coming in at number 6 is Sugar Ray Leonard with a Superman knockout.
Number 6, boxing. Sugar Ray Leonard knocks him out with the Superman punch. Motion replay.
Coming in at number 5 is Joe Louis with the first punch knockout.
Number 5, Joe Louis coming in with the first punch knockout.
Coming in at number 4 is John Carr with probably the best touchdown you will ever see. He literally jumps over someone.
Coming in at number 4, football, we got John Carr with the game-winning touchdown. Slow motion replay.
Coming in at the number 3 spot, Whizzer White from the Los Angeles Lakers with this crazy buzzer beater shot. And the shot's up. And there it is, folks. Bozo buckets for the win.
Picking this year's number 2 was tough, but we finally narrowed it down. It comes from Purdue University as Fred Beretta makes an amazing catch. This year's number 1 is totally unbelievable. It was clearly the best play from this year. Max West from the Boston Red Sox saved a home run by catching the ball with his hat.
Wow, those were some amazing plays, Austin.
Indeed they were, Joey. Indeed they were. Actually, they take me back to the college days, Joey.
Oh, really, Austin?
Yeah, I almost went pro in golfing.
Yeah, I heard from Tunis himself that you're better than Mr. Rossiano.
Well, that's all we have for today, folks. I'm Austin.
And I'm Joey Ryder. Thanks for watching Channel 7 News.